Hey everyone. So, I wasn't going to start posting videos just yet, but the recent trailer for the upcoming Star Wars Eclipse game was just too good to not talk about. So, let's do it. So, this ritualistic movement that we see at the beginning, paired with this large drum, is very similar to a style of drumming that combines elements of martial arts and the heightened control of movement called Taiko. Interestingly, this highly choreographed drumming was essentially a mid 20th century creation by a drummer named Saichi Tanaka, who founded the Taiko Dojo in San Francisco. Because of the flexibility of Kumo Daiko, he felt that this could be an appropriate way to adjust the practices. It's pretty cool because in these graphics, even the bent knees to lower the center of gravity and the posture is accurate to this style of martial art drumming. If you do a Google search for Taiko Dojo, you'll see a bunch of stuff related to this. It's a pretty cool display of control and coordination. Now, this is really interesting because if you think about the original influence of the Jedi and their philosophies, a lot of this comes out of the Japanese samurais. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence, but I wonder if we're going to see some sort of connections here between this unconfirmed species. I'm going to call them the Voldemortians for now because, but do you think we'll see connections between them and the way that the Jedi Order view the Force? Maybe from different sides of the Force? The style of drum is also very similar to a Chinese war drum, which was loud enough to signal troops across large battlefields. The Chinese also viewed drums as an immense source of magical powers, and it was often used for rituals and ceremonies, especially in temples. We all became familiar with Chinese ensemble drumming during the opening ceremony to the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing. So the drumming continues, and now we see that they were doing this clearly as some sort of ritual to raise someone from the dead or raise a demon type figure. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, I'm guessing that this is a ritual based around the idea of an eclipse that we see right afterwards having some sort of magical powers. I'm really curious about these guys though and their species. Obviously, these are the antagonists of the game, but what are their beliefs? What can we expect from them? If we come back to the drumming for a second, there's a lot to consider here. Yes, drumming presents itself as a very physical, warlike, and violent style of performance. You're literally hitting something in order to create sound. But at the same time, the martial arts requires a sense of grace and control that goes beyond simple brute strength. When we think about traditional drumming, we think of cultures of tribal Africa, Native Americans, China, Japan, and Korea. All of the cultures have an increased tradition of interest in sources of power from nature and connections to a spiritual world. So maybe the drums are reflecting to us a society of shamans of some sort of like the Night Sisters. I'm guessing this will be an interesting dichotomy to the technology-dependent High Republic. But what do you think? I haven't read much on High Republic yet, so tell me if I'm missing something. Do you think this will be some sort of shaman warrior species, kind of like the Night Sisters but more physically inclined? Like a combination of the attributes of Dathomirian males and females? Let me know in the comments below, but before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Star Wars music analysis. May the be with you.